Hello everyone! Today we are looking at letters that don't join as our focus. Don't forget to have your slope card ready and also to think about the position of your paper. So if you are someone who writes with your right hand, the top right hand corner of your page, this one here, will be at the highest point. If you write with your left hand, the top left-hand corner is at the highest point on your table, but it doesn't change the position of your slope card. For the last few videos, we've been looking at letters that have a down stroke to finish. They get to the baseline, kick off, and then head off somewhere else on an upward diagonal line to join with another letter. Maybe like at, or even car. We're all focusing on those bottom joins. But there are some letters that don't join at all, and the letter B is a good example. When I write the letter B, I do my downstroke, come up and around. Now because I'm circling in a clockwise direction, that letter B actually goes off towards the left. So if I were to join that, say I was going to write the word boy, I'd have to come back through my letter to keep going. And that makes my letters really hard to read. So your first exercise today is to go through each letter of the alphabet individually. And I want you to decide which of those letters you either think don't join, and you might put a cross through those, or the letters that you think might be a little bit difficult to join. If you think a letter might be a little bit difficult to join, perhaps put a zigzag line underneath it so we know that it's a question. Continue this way for the whole alphabet of lowercase letters. Once you've worked through all of the lowercase letters and you've either crossed or zigzagged, you might be wondering about capitals and maybe numbers. When we're writing with New South Wales Foundation font, which is what we're practicing, no capital letters join to any others or to any other lowercase letters. No numbers join if you're writing them as digits. And no punctuation ever joins. While you might have had a few question marks over letters if you're not sure how they join, 3 letters definitely do not join. They are B, P, and S. So we're going to do a couple of words to practice each of those where we're just not going to join. For the letter B, we're going to practice the word Hubble, as in the Hubble telescope. Hubble telescope is a proper noun, so we're not going to be joining the H because it'll be a capital. So use that slope card to help you. Finish off the capital H and into the U. Diagonally upwards into the B, but then there's no need to join. So you lift your pen off the page, go back up to the top for your second B, circle round, lift your pen, return it down for the L, and finish with the E. We'll finish off with the words space telescope to finish its proper name. Capital S, P, now we know that one's not going to join, lift your pen. Moving on to the A. A has a baseline join up to the letter C and finishing with the E. Hubble, space, capital T for telescope. S doesn't join. Lift your pen, move on to the C. P doesn't join, finish off with the E. You might be able to fit that in again on your line. For the letter P, you only need to write 2 words, and they are the 2 planets which have a P in the middle of their name. So if you can't remember the names of the planets, you might need to quickly go and do some research. But 2 of the planets in our solar system have a P in the middle of their name. Write those words on the next line. Now we're going to finish up with the letter S, and that's a really important one not to join, because if you do, you end up making an 8, and that can get very confusing when you're writing words. For this line, we're going to write the very short sentence, Venus spins slowly. Now we're going to move on to our passage. Make sure that you are really taking your time. Pause the video if you need to, rewind it and watch again if you're not sure of a join. And at the end, put a tick above the words that you're happiest with, put a question mark over the ones that you're not so keen on. So if you're interested to learn a little bit more about the way telescopes work or observatories work, have a little look underneath. There's some links that you might like to follow.